keep taking good shots, let the ball find the best shot.
Cole, simple enough. Good luck.
Appreciate you.
Well, it gave him a big lift off that bench. He's back on the floor to start the fourth, and he sets up Wendell Carter for the Hawks close within 3 at the end of that third. Magic went on an 8-2 run, and then Niang hit the 3 to close it. Carter with a big block. Black drives, and Daniel. You look at the plus-minus across those reserves. Magic in their first ever play-in tournament, trying to make it to the playoffs with a victory for the second consecutive season. Young is at the free throw line. NHL's actually the NBA, the NHL, Major League Baseball going on. We got soccer coming later this summer. Roland Garros, Grand Slam tennis. Great time of year.
I'm turning into the French Open tennis just to hear the announcing.
You better get up early. Here's Anthony for 3, cash!
Tonight they have needed some offense, and he's giving it to them.
He's got 16 points in 13 minutes. And this is Harris who forces the turnover. Anthony shifty, lays it for Carter. What a... Atlanta needing a bucket desperately, and Okongwu obliges. Daniels able to leave it. Just over a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Anthony scored in double figures just once in his last 8 games played. Had 18 against Boston. By the way, both of these teams had winning records against the Celtics.
Yeah, both these teams were 2-1 against Boston. It's still a long way to go in this one, especially when you've got a guy like Trae Young on the floor.
Reza Shea comes up short. And well, it got incredibly quiet in the building right here as Daniels certainly had that shot altered by Franz Wagner.
Yeah, the size of Orlando affects teams a great deal.
That was Trae Young. All right, so Atlanta does control that one. The Hawks get a break right there. Magic lead it by 10, and Young going to work, missed it. Was hoping it has been cooking all night long.
Yeah,
but it's quiet right now. There's some anxiety involved with this one, and now the shot clock didn't fire off. Under the pressure of the moment, though, it changes.
We're in the postseason,
That's right.
Brian.
We're in the postseason. Don't call it the playoffs.
Thousands of people.
After a slow start of this one, just 10 points. Elbows being thrown.
Well, he's third in the league, as we said earlier, getting to the free throw line. So him living at the line is no big surprise, especially on a...
And Jamal Mosley going to keep riding with Anthony and Black. And this is Black now, finds Anthony. Anthony to Anthony, and a three-pointer is good. And they put the ball in, and Niang able to score as the Magic were looking over at their bench.
Yeah, that was... You've just got to get back in the play. Let your coaches worry about whether they're going to challenge or not.
Good job by the Hawks. They recognize that. Here's Anthony. Two-man game with Banchero. Backs his way in. Wagner now. Dyson Daniels on him. What a matchup. Wagner turns, shoots over him, air ball. Carter offensive rebound.
Who have been the difference in this game.
Carter makes it a three-point trip. Carter's got 4 offensive rebounds of his 6 boards tonight.
I mean, you figure you can come into this game and hold Wagner and Banchero to 22 at this point, that you would be in great shape.
Banchero with Young. Young dancing, gives it up. Force the pass. Now Niang's got a late clock. He spins. Niang, and he comes up short. Banchero shakes his head no.
The Magic have numbers.
12-point Magic lead.
Wendell, that he lives for these moments, saying you're going to see the playoff KCP, and we all know what that looks like. We've all seen what he's done in the postseason in recent years, but a special relationship between the two of those guys.
Yeah, no question, and it is interesting here. KCP with those 2 championships, Lakers and the Nuggets. Jamal Mosley's going to ride here with Cole Anthony and Anthony Black. And they've been good for him tonight as LeVert rises up, and Banchero. 3-point trip down the floor. Atlanta needed that in a big way Magic's lead is 12, one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. Up 12 with 7.5 to go. Third consecutive and one opportunity we've had. 2 on the Orlando side, and then LeVert on the Atlanta side. Anthony guarded by LeVert. Late clock. Got to put one up here. Little jab step, and can't get it to go. There's Gay back on the floor. Pulls down the rebound.
And then runs the floor.
And Daniels uses him and misses. Comes up short. Wagner drives it, leaves it. And again, Gay.
Atlanta's chance is obviously they need stops to keep the Magic off the scoreboard, but as Charles Barkley said at halftime, they've also got to be able to get out in transition.
Big shot, Anthony Black. If the Magic win this game, both Cole and Black.
Well, when your starters are 3 for 20 from three-point range, it's awfully nice to have Cole and Black, Gary Harris knocking down a few threes at least.
Magic up 15. Atlanta got it within 3 after they were down 22 late in the second. Wagner comes up short.
Boy, that shot just does not look good. This guy was shooting 35, 36% from 3 his first 2 years. Now he's his second straight year below 30%. He's done improved intensity he's playing with, and as well as he's played offensively, they'll take it.
He's in. Last of Us, streaming Sunday at 9 Eastern, exclusive game.
Oh, he's had an outstanding game at both ends of the floor. Free throws have been a problem, but hasn't missed from the floor. He's got 4 rebounds, couple assists.
Atlanta's missed 7 free throws, Coach. Just 19 for 26 from the line.
Well, they're going to have to string together some stops here to have any chance.
Anthony stays hot. Cole keeps it going. He's rewarding his coach for letting it ride. Young looking for the foul, puts up a difficult shot. And now Orlando trying to put some finishing touches on this one as Black buries a 3. While KCP and Corey Joseph are on the bench, and the biggest cheerleaders over there are Joseph and Caldwell Pope.
Those are veteran guys who just want to win as Anthony Black comes up with a huge block. But those 2 vets just want to win, and they know these 2 guys are getting it done. Their 7th combined 3.
Oh, Young goes between Carter's legs and scores it. The other end of that spectrum. He'll shoot that tee. He's earned it.
Money goes to charities.
Straight there.
So Trey said, let me give you a little bit more.
Problem I have with it, there's a lot of kids watching. There's a lot of
I'm with you.
People watching. Just, you don't need to do that. And don't do that if you're a player watching this. Don't dare do that. That one comes up short. And an offensive rebound for Carter. And that's a foul.
Year since Corey Joseph went into that starting lineup. They've gotten great play off the bench. They're taking some momentum into Boston this week, but Boston also playing their best basketball of the season late in the year.
And they did go 2-1, as you mentioned, but Tatum didn't play in a couple of those games, which is noteworthy.
Well, nobody for Boston played the second time. I mean, none of their starters.
Banchero bars. And after a slow first half, he's got 19 now. Reza Shea plus 34.
So he's going to have to finish the game up. But, you know, people look at these games at the end of the regular season when people have spots locked up, and they think they don't matter. And so Anthony Black, because they were sitting other guys, got a lot of time in those last 2 games. And he'd been struggling a little bit offensively. And in those last 2 games, he plays 34 minutes a game, averages over 20 in those 2 games, averages on the court. It matters.
Great throws. We'll set the floor real quick here for these 2 teams. With Houston and Black, Jett Howard, Tristan da Silva, and Goga Bitadze for the Magic. Mann, Niang, Barlow, and Krejci for Atlanta. Reza Shea still out there, the lone starter. And there's Mann. And again, these last 3 minutes, kind of to your point, if you're Quinn Snyder, you're trying to get somebody to build whatever they can because they've got to turn around. They're going home, but they turn around and play Friday against either the Heat or the Bulls, who will play tomorrow. The winner of that game will be in Atlanta Friday.
And Atlanta was 2-2 against both of those teams this year. They did win in Chicago, but they didn't in Miami, but they won both home games, and they'll be at home Friday. So,
will Orlando win their first playoff series since 2010? They've got a tough opponent ahead in the Boston Celtics, who defend their title. Celtics came in as the 2 seed this year. The Cavs, the top seed. That'll be a
ship in Boston. They've made deep playoff runs for years with those guys. I mean, the conference finals, Jaylen Brown and Jason going to look to run a whole lot. They will have a chance, and they're able to get up all those threes. You're in trouble. But if you can contain and play one-on-one, and Orlando has been able to do that against Boston at times the past 2 years because of their size and their ability to move their feet defensively.
That's going to be a great matchup. That series will start Sunday at TD Garden. And the Magic are advancing to the playoffs, back-to-back seasons in the playoffs, as De Silva into the third quarter after the Hawks had been down 22 late second, got it to within 3, got it to within 6 going into the fourth.
Job here in Orlando. You know, all the injuries this year, we said their starters combined to miss 119 games. He's used almost everybody in his roster in big moments at times, and he's kept this team fighting and resilient.
Saw that number by a basket. It's not that Atlanta was having a monster third quarter by any stretch, but that is the one concern with the Magic, their long droughts. We saw one of them tonight as Jett Howard misses a 3.
Well, and even tonight where the Magic have put up his 120 points, they're still under 30% from 3 because outstanding basketball game tonight. Look, 0 of 8 from 3. You would think if you can do that to those 2 stars, you're going to have a chance. And Cole Anthony, Anthony Black, and Wendell Carter Jr. get it done, plus the almost always outstanding Orlando Magic defense.
Hard to believe it's a 25-point lead right now. Again, we've got Memphis at Golden State. That game's on NBA TV. It'll be coming here on TNT as soon as we are wrapped up. And the Magic will take this one to the finish line. And a serious finishing kick. Late third into the fourth and throughout the fourth. Cole Anthony will lead the Magic in scoring tonight with 26 points. 5 different. So they score 120 and they hold the Hawks to 95. And the Orlando Magic are moving on. They go into the playoffs for the second consecutive.